we have the task 3 on the list. And when we say task 3, so task 3 is related to support team performances. Before I start explaining, can you share your thoughts in the chat window that when we discuss this word support team performance, what comes in your mind? And then I will start explaining also. You can put it on chat window that when you see this word support team performance, what we are trying to say here. Support team performances. Okay. Okay, let's begin. So I can see your answers, which is great. So yeah, today's task is about task 3, support team performance from the people domain, where we need to appraise team member against KPIs. So when we prepare the resource management plan, we try to find out the KPIs we are expecting from projects, from team members, so we can actually perform their appraisals accordingly also. We can motivate them, we can train them, coach them, mentor them as per the requirements. So if we provide them the training and then we'll be looking at their performances, if they're not improving, so ultimately we have to work with them by coaching, or sometimes we have to perform mentoring with to them so they can perform better. Once we are working with them, so we have to support and recognize team member growth and development. So when we keep looking at the chart or at the line for the graph, it's going up or down, or what is the variation in the performance of the team members, so we can actually adjust. So it's like adapt and adjust, adapt and adjust. And because you are the project manager, it's your responsibility to keep them on the track, to keep their performances on the par so they can perform better. We need to also collect the feedback, that how you will collect the feedback. If you will ask someone, so it might have a biased information, so we need to understand that how can we try and find better feedbacks for their approaches. How can I provide feedback, how can they provide feedback? And once we are providing feedback, we need to verify it also. Like I have been teaching you something, and if you are not learning as I want to, so ultimately there is a gap maybe in my strategy, or there is a gap in your learning style. So I have to change and adapt by discussing with you guys. So based upon this task, we have another 10 set of questions related to this task. Let's go one by one and solve it. As usual, answer on the chat window, but let me guide you how to read it. Your project team has delivered 90% of tasks on time, but defect rates have increased and customer satisfaction is dropping. The team believes they are performing well because they meet deadline. Doing the work, like in the PMBOK 8, also they have changed their strategy that we are not only concerned about your work, we are also concerned that your work provides value also. So in this context, team is working that yeah, I did my task. Now this task gave you anything, that's not my problem. So this is the mindset of the current situation. What should the project manager do first? You can do many things, but what should be done first? Let's go and check the actions. Focus only on scheduled performance because it is the primary KPI. Review and balance KPI across the schedule, quality, and customer outcomes. Increase overtime to improve quality. Replace the QA team lead. So C and D, we have found out that they are out of our league. They can never be the correct answers. So we have eliminated two wrong choices. Now left with two possibilities. So what do you think should be the correct answer, A or B? So this question is actually related to the appraise performance versus KPI. The topic of this question is appraise performance versus KPI. So when you are getting these answers, it means you are trying to perform or trying to answer as per the PMI mindset. Yes, all of you are correct, because we don't focus only on one thing. We focus on multiple aspects of the project and its team objectives. So yes, B is actually the correct answer. Let's go next and check the next question. A junior team member shows a strong improvement and takes initiatives. You want to encourage long-term development and maintain motivation. So what we need to do? We need to take initiatives because of their performances. What is the best action? Assign them only simple tasks until they have more experience. Publicly recognize their progress and assign stretch opportunities with mentoring. Ignore it to avoid favoritism. Ask HR to manage their development asset. So we have learned that when we are the project manager, we have to lead from the front. We will not direct or divert the people going here and there. So ask HR manager will not be the answer. Surely it can be eliminated. And we do not ignore anything in the project. This is what our ground rule we have set in the beginning during our training classes. And we have one of our keyword which will make this answer a bit different than others. So surely correct answer is B. Yes, all of you are correct. Publicly recognize your progress. So we need to recognize the growth, their development, and ultimately provide them more opportunities. So if they are performing better and their performances are improving, so we can get them more better in the upcoming iterations or phases. Very good. Let's go to the next question. A team member is performing below expectations. They are sensitive to criticism also and become defensive in group discussions because it's their personality style. What is the best feedback approach? So how you will handle these type of peoples? Give feedback during the next team meeting so everyone learns. Use written warning immediately. Provide private, respectful, specific feedback with improvement support. Ignore performance concerns until the next performance review cycle. So if you look, answers are quite vivid, very clear. If you understand the mindset, you can answer easily. We don't go with the penalty mindsets. We do not ignore the things. And because one person is sensitive in their reviews, so it's better to work with them individually. So yes, all of you are correct. C is better answer. So this is what, when we adapt to the PMI mindset while solving the PMP questions, you can easily reach to the right answer if you are focusing. And I kept saying it, answer is always in the question. We just need to practice ourselves, prepare our mindset that we can grab those things with those hands and get the answer right. Very good. Next question, please. Your team velocity has dropped for 2 sprints. The product owner believes productivity is decreasing and asks you to push the team harder. What should you do? So how do they know your Scrum team velocity has dropped? So it means they are using the cumulative flow diagram, if you remember, where we have the work in progress, where we have the lead time and cycle time of the task. So they can measure the performances of the team, what is going on, how much time an item or a story is taking, and so on. So cumulative flow diagram will help you to understand and analyze the situation. Let's see the options available. Tell the team to increase velocity immediately. So it's like you're going with the force mindset. Analyze the sprint matrix and root causes with the team during retrospect. Replace team members. Increase daily reporting requirements. So we need to take actions which provide some resolutions or full resolutions. So in this situation, what is providing us good resolution? Exactly. Try to understand, try to analyze instead of just going as a force power to further disrupt them during their performances. So yes, B is actually the correct answer. Very good. Let's go next, guys. A new team member repeatedly makes error in configuration task. This is delaying work and causing frustration. So individuals are creating problem for the team. Knowingly or unknowingly, that could be the separate issue, but we need to fix it. What is the best action? Reassign configuration work permanently to someone else. Provide coaching, training, and clarify expectations using a checklist. Escalate to HR or penalize a team member to improve discipline. Maybe all actions are correct, but we need to select the best action. So the best action which is here is actually exactly provide coaching. We don't need to go with the penalty mindset. We need to help each other, facilitate each other, coach them so they can improve their performances. Very true. Perfect. Thank you. Let's go next. You introduce a reward system to recognize high performance. After 2 weeks, some team members feel it is biased and demotivating. You took some initiatives, but those initiatives are going against you. What should you do? Cancel all recognition to avoid complaints. Continue the system and ignore. Adjust recognition criteria to be transparent and align with the team values. Only recognize individuals privately. When you know what we are learning and how we are answering the questions, when you know the topic, you can easily select the answer. So yes, all of you are correct. Adjust recognitions criteria to be transparent and aligned. Very good. Perfect. Let's go to the next question. A team member struggled with stakeholder communications. After coaching, they report improvement. You need to confirm performance has actually improved. So trust but verify. Trust but verify. This should be our style. We have to trust, but we have to verify also. What is the best way to verify? Accept their statement as proof of improvement. So it's only trust, not verifying. Ask a stakeholder for feedback and observe performance in upcoming interactions. Maybe the better answer. Let's go further. Remove them. Measure improvements only at closeout. We need to handle the situation on time, not afterwards. So yes, the only best answer available from the option is B. Very good. So I am glad you guys are doing great. Thank you very much. Next, a team member meets output targets but frequently interrupts others, creating tensions and reducing collaboration. A team member meets output targets. So he's doing great, but to do his work, he's disturbing others. What should the PM do? Ignore it. And we have learned we are not supposed to ignore anything in the project. Address behavior privately and reinforce team working agreements. Publicly criticize the team member, penalize them, reduce their workload. And again, the best answer is we need to work with individuals. We need to handle them individually. If there is something for majority of the people, then yes, we can do something as without naming them publicly. But if something is personal, it's better to discuss those things individually. So you have to match the KPIs with the behavior that, okay, your KPI is good, but to achieve your KPIs, we are destroying others. So exactly, that is the correct answer. Next, a sprint burn down shows consistent delays. After review, the main issue is frequent context switching due to an unplanned urgent work from another department. Unplanned work from another department is causing you the delays. So we need to improve it so it should not happen next time. What should you do to support team performances? Because team is in trouble, they are struggling, and you are there as a project manager to coach them, to facilitate them, to remove their impediments, obstacles, and blockers. Tell the team to work faster. It means you are not taking any action. Add more team members immediately, increasing the workload. And you know that you cannot add the sprint inside the sprint team members until the sprint is completed. Protect the team by managing priorities and setting a clear intake process for urgent work. Makes sense. Reduce quality standards. It can never be the answer, right? So, yes, all of you are correct with the option C, that yes, that is the valid answer. Very good. And the last question for today is, a team member repeatedly misses deadline. They say the estimates are unrealistic and they feel overloaded. Before we go for the questions, because we have time, so we can discuss this. In which meeting in Agile we discuss this? Can you please put it in the chat window? If something didn't work or it's not working as expected, in which meeting we actually fix those things or plan those things? Amazing. Very good. Yeah, in the retrospect. So now look, we are talking about our standard and framework part of PMI PMP. And that is what I want from you, that when you solve questions, stick to the knowledge. So what is the best next step? Assign penalties for missed deadlines. Penalty is a power which can be used, but not directly. Work with the team member to assess workload, clarify expectations, and create an improvement plan. Seems to be a better answer, but I will not stop. I will go and read all options. Remove them. No. Ignore it. No. So, because of these critical words, I will not consider these as the correct answer. And yes, your answers are correct. Among these available options, B is the better answer. I was very happy that all of you almost have answered all the questions correct, which is an amazing thing. We'll continue working and I will be solving task 4 questions soon, and I will share the link with you guys for the meeting.